The heavy wooden doors of the courtroom creaked open, and a hush fell over the gallery. Roman Abramovich, clad in a tailored navy suit, stepped inside, his expression unreadable. A sea of flashing cameras waited outside, but in here, the only thing that mattered was the verdict. The judge cleared his throat, glancing down at the thick stack of documents before him. The air was thick with anticipation. Chelsea's legal team sat rigid, their hands clenched into tight fists. Across the room, Todd Boehly's gaze was fixed on the bench, his jaw set in a grim line. And then, the words that would shake the footballing world. This court finds that the forced sale of Chelsea Football Club was conducted under unlawful and undue pressure. As a result, Mr. Roman Abramovich is hereby reinstated as Chief Executive Officer of Chelsea Football Club, effective immediately. A gasp rippled through the room. The gavel came down, sharp and decisive. The judge had spoken. Abramovich was back. For a moment, time seemed frozen. Then, murmurs swelled into a roar of voices, journalists scrambling for their phones, lawyers whispering in urgent, hurried tones. Boehly turned to his advisors, his face pale but unreadable. The battle wasn't over. Abramovich stood slowly, his hands slipping into his pockets. He offered no celebration, no outward reaction. But those who knew him well could see it, the slightest twitch at the corner of his lips, the quiet satisfaction in his eyes. Hours later, the blacked-out SUV carrying him slid through the gates of Stamford Bridge. The car stopped, and for the first time in years, Roman Abramovich stepped onto the grounds he had once ruled. He walked slowly, deliberately, his polished shoes clicking against the pavement. Inside, the club's corridors were alive with hushed whispers. Staff members froze as he passed, some in shock, others in silent admiration. He was back, but what did that mean? In the executive suite, he took his seat at the head of the long oak table. The very chair he had vacated years ago. Silence settled over the room. The weight of history, of unfinished business, hung thick in the air. Then, at last, Abramovich leaned forward, lacing his fingers together. "Shall we begin?"